But we're here to greet you, welcome you, and to bring you genuinely and authentically into our space. The rhythm. The bass rhythm is so just everybody do the bass. You can do it with one hand or you can do it with two hands. One, one, two. One, one, two. One, one, two. One, one, two. Now in between that one are 4 beats. That's what it sounds like. One, one, da 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 da. One, one. After the double beat are 3 quick beats. So it goes boom, boom, da da da, boom, boom, da da da, boom, boom, da da da. When you put the 2 together, it goes bum, da da da, bum, bum, da da da, bum, da da da, bum, bum, da da fit that with the song. You can do any portion of it that you want. You can sing, you can do just the bass, or you can do just on your leg is fine, or even clapping is fine. But pick one of the 3, and we're just going to bring the music piece of it into the room. Okay? 5, 6, ready, and now, ladies, I gave you the scarves because you're going to help us with the movement here. And I have 2 of my dancers who are going to be demonstrating the movement. And so the first movement is the entrance step. So when the dancers, why don't you guys, yeah, this is good. I'm looking. When the dancers enter the space, it's a simple step touch. For those of you who are teachers, I have this all written down, and you may want to take some notes on it. Because what I understand to be a step touch and what I have written as a step touch, you might see something or something different, or you would call it different, and you're welcome to use it in that way. So, as you do the step, starts with the step touch coming in, entrance, and it looks like this. 5, 6, ready, and step, touch, step, touch, step, touch, step, touch, step, touch, step, touch, and face the front, and hold, okay? Now, they're very modest in their movement, not a lot of room, but it's a sweeping move out, a sweeping move in, a sweeping move out, a sweeping move in. The chest, the heart, should address Mother Earth during this step, right? So it's very intentional that it's down and low and clearing the path for our guests to come in, right? Let's try that one more time, ladies, with some music. And I need you to get a little lower. 5, 6, ready, and 1, 2, 3, face the front, 4. Stop. Okay. So of course when you're doing this with the class, however many counts it takes to get them all on stage, that's how many you do, right? 16 usually, especially if you have a large group, dividing them and bringing them into the space from both sides at the same time works really well. Spread out just a little bit. The next step, and you guys can do this sitting down as well, you want to make your scarves go out, away from the body in here. So it's out, 2, 3, 4, and then to the right, 2, 3, to the left, 2, 3. So I call this from the belly to the heart of the guest, from the belly to the heart of the guest, right? So let's try it, and they'll move through it. There are 4 steps forward and 2 sets of 3 steps, 3 at a time steps back. I'll show you what I mean. 5, 6, ready, go. Forward, 2, 3, 4, back on the right, back on the left. So those back steps, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right, left, right, left. Okay? You can do the movement with them. 5, 6, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, back on the right, back on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, back on the right, back on the left again. 1, 2, 3, 4, back on the right, back on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, back on the right, back on the left. Okay, next one's kind of tricky, so you'll want to watch this one. And as I describe it in the paper, it says skip to the side with a half turn each skip, okay? And it goes, it looks like, move that way a little bit. It looks like this, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then reverse to the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Let's try that one more time. And why don't you dance a little bit more forward, in front, forward, and you stay a little bit back so you're not hitting each other. You can spread out a little bit more. Here we go. 5, 6, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bounce up and down to the sides. 1, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what they're doing with their feet here on the side as they touch is opposite hand to the foot. So one foot comes forward and touches to the front. You bring the opposite hand down to meet it, and the same on the other side. And the first time it should be the right foot, 3, 4, and the second time it should be the left foot, 2, 3, 4. Okay? All right. Let's keep going. Next step. And we have 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay? And you should move on that last one so you're not so close to her. Okay? This is not what your notes say at all. Your notes say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is a step in which the dancers that you're teaching the dance to can move to a different place. And in this dance, there are originally 3 dancers, and they did this step to one corner, to another corner, to another corner, and then back to center. So it helps to center the whole dance in this space. Does that make sense? All right. And then the next step, let's go on. The dancers on the front row drop to their knees, the other ones stay standing, and they reach up, and up, and up, and up, and keep going, and 6, and 7, and 8. Then the back row goes side, and 2, and 3, and 4. And I describe this as a figure 8 with the arms, and 8. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, down, and head. And you notice when she stands up, she's facing the line. Down, up, down. Now everybody's doing it so they're back to back, and they're going opposite directions, but it's the same step for both lines. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, down, up, down. Then we have 1, reach back, reach back, reach back, reach back, reach back, reach back, reach back. And this is their favorite step. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we're ready for the exit. Be sure that arm is up high, and then the lead, they would just follow the lead person right out of the space. And that would be the end of the dance. Or, as they have learned it, we start the song here. So they actually sing the song out of the space. So you want to show them how you do that? Ready? Okay. And stop. And they would just keep going until they were all the way out of the space. Okay. So, any questions? I know, you've all learned to dance now, right? You're ready to perform.
We will watch them.
Oh. Okay, but what I'd like for you to do is use your scarves and do the movement with them as they're doing it. And if you had to teach this dance and you had questions, you can always refer back to the notes. It's also quite appropriate to improvise. So if you don't quite understand what the notes say or what they mean, then you make up your own, right? But I think it's important to keep the rhythm as authentic as you can and also keep the words as authentic as you can. When you Google this online, it will come up as F-U-N-G-A, which is a misspelling of the word. It's actually F-A-N-G-A, Banga, Halapia, and it's often misspelled. But you should know the difference between the two and know when it's spelled correctly and know when it's spelled incorrectly. So I tried to use the correct spelling for it all the way through. Okay? All right, so please, one time, all the way through, ladies, and then we're going to talk about storytelling. You can keep the beat for them. You can sing, ring if you like, and we'll just keep making it happen.
Should we walk out with them?
Yes. All right. You ready? 5, 6, ready, and... Let's pick it up a little bit.
A little bit faster?
Yeah. 5, 6. We'll take it right from there where you start forward. 5, 6, ready, and...
there are so many ways that we can use storytelling to help students remember kindness and how to treat each other with respect in the classroom. One of the stories we did earlier called The Monkey and the Buzzard. It's one of my favorite stories, kind of one of my go-to stories. And the way that story goes is that it was a hot day and all the animals were hiding from the sun. Everybody here but the monkey. And so because the monkey wasn't doing what they were doing, they decided to make fun of the monkey and point at him and call him names. And monkey heard them, and this is one of the things I always stress in the classroom. Monkey heard them, but monkey didn't say anything. Sometimes when you hear somebody talk about that doesn't mean you have to respond. Because it's not about you, it's about them, who they are. But the way the story goes on is that, but the monkey had his eye on a vulture. And he saw the vulture. So he comes and talks to the rabbit, and talks to the rabbit into going for a ride on his back. And he's real friendly to the rabbit. And then he throws him off his back and he eats it. Nobody sees it but the monkey, because the monkey is keeping his eye on the buzzard. Everybody else is still making fun of the monkey. He's looking at the buzzard. Then the buzzard come back and gets squirrel. He eats squirrel. Same thing, does a trick. And then when he comes back the next day, the third day, he goes up to monkey. And he says the monkey, he says, hello monkey. Monkey says, get away from me. He said, but I'm your friend. He says, no, you're not. He says, yes, I am. And he says, are those little animals your friend? And he says, yes, they are. He says, well, I hate to be the one to tell you they've been talking about you. And so I used the story to tell boys and girls, don't listen to all stuff that people come tell you what somebody said about you. So he says, they've been calling you names. The monkey said, sure, they did. He said, yeah, they've been talking about you real bad. But I would never do that because I'm a real friend. And to prove to you I'm a friend, I'll take you for a ride. Get on my back. So monkey gets on his back, and they go up in the sky, and they fly around. And he says, how you like it up here, monkey? Because monkey's never been hiding in the trees. He said, I love it. This is so nice. Monkey says to the buzzard, you are a real nice buzzard. Buzzard said, I knew you would like it up here. You hold on for the land. And buzzard forgets that the monkey's on his back. He starts singing, I'm going to have some monkeys too. Monkey said, what did you say? He said, oh, I said, it's fun being up here with you. That's what I said. Monkey said, I thought that's what you said. So he said, hold on, we're going in for the landing. And he flew real fast and tried to throw him off, but monkey put his tail and started choking him around the neck. And he said, you're choking me. He said, you better straighten up and fly right. And then when he landed, monkey got off his back and never came back. And so I used to tell the boys and girls, first of all, we have the number one rule in life, stories are used to teach. All cultures have stories, right? But growing up down south, this is how we learn life through stories and sayings, you know. All cultures have them, and African American cultures particularly. The number one rule is to pay attention. I always tell boys, you have to pay attention. If you're busy making fun of somebody, are you paying attention? Are you learning in the classroom? Are you listening in the classroom? Are you paying attention to what your parents are telling you to do? Right? The next rule is about making fun. And that same old rule that you have fingers pointing at somebody else, how many fingers you have pointing back at yourself. You know, reminding boys and girls what kindness looks like. Because oftentimes we forget, we can't turn our television on anymore hardly and see kindness. Because that doesn't lead the story on the news. It's the opposite. And so how do we do that in our homes, and how do we remind them? Sometimes it's just a statement. It's like if my mother wanted me to act right, or my father wanted me to remember a lesson, he might say, remember the monkey and the buzzard. That's all they need to say. They didn't have to tell you the story because you've heard it. You know, so it's a saying that we get from the stories. And so pay attention and not make fun of others. Now I also use it in the classroom to teach writing. Because I've been teaching writing for a long time. I teach a young authors conference. And I find boys and girls often have great ideas, but they don't know how to develop the ideas. And stories is a great way that you can tell part of the story or different point of views of the story. How do you think Monkey really felt when he heard them making fun? What are those feelings that he had? But also that story he used to talk about the structure of folk tales, and things didn't happen in 3 in folk tales. So we can talk about story structure. Another story that I used to, this year, I focus on kindness. That's been my year to focus on kindness. So wherever I go and travel to tell stories or teach, I've been focusing on kindness. And I found in my years, 20-some years of teaching, that oftentimes, sometimes you may have a board student, male or female, stay over from class or call the parents in. And sometimes the parents come in behaving the way you see the students behave. You know, you see that from time to time. So not only because we have younger parents now, right? Generally, this has changed. We have younger parents. And so these stories are used to also teach families and teach communities how we should treat each other. There's one story that I like to use with adult audience, and that was this woman who would always go around and she was gossiping. Did you hear this? This and that and that and this. And this, oh child, did you hear this? Oh, let me tell you. You know, there's always, in every community happening, every community, every school, every church, they're all there. Everywhere. Did you hear this? Child, let me tell you, did you see what she had on? You get the idea, right? And she was gossiping. Well, one day, she spread some rumors about a woman that destroyed this woman's family. So the woman went to the chief in the village and told the chief what had happened. And the chief says, bring me this woman. Bring the woman here. And so when the woman went before the chief was talking to her about loose lips. About talk, about loose lips and talk, about loose lips and talk. And she says, well, I didn't mean no harm. I was just passing on information that I heard. But how do you know the information you've heard is true? And so as he finished talking to the lady, he says, I think you are guilty. And what you should do, you should come back here tomorrow. But when you come, bring me a sack of feathers. Bring all different kinds of feathers. Bring me a big sack of feathers. So the next day the lady came and people came to see what the chief was going to say because they had never dealt with this. Although it had been happening, they had never dealt with it. So when the lady came before the chief with her big bag of feathers, and he says, good, let us go. And let's take those feathers and let them fly in the wind. And the feathers flew in the wind everywhere. And he says, now you must go and collect all the feathers. She says, but how can I? The wind have taken the feathers here, and the wind have taken the feathers there. He says, that's what happens when you talk. Once something comes out of your mouth, you cannot put it back in your mouth. So if you said something ill about somebody else has heard it, they're spread it on. You cannot control what people do or what comes out of your mouth. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. You cannot control what comes out of your mouth and people hear and they spread. You can control that. So let that be a lesson. And so that's what I remind boys and girls. So sometimes in the classroom, I hear boys say, you monkey, you this, and you that. Say, hey, no. How can we greet each other with kindness? One third grade class I was teaching, we were there, they were going to do a performance. And that was one lady, one young girl, that she wasn't fat, but she was kind of, we call it down south big bone, you know. And so, so she was working in this particular group. I had put them in groups. Well, actually they had volunteered, but I separated the groups and told them where they were going to be on stage. And this young man did not want to sit next to her, and he calls her names. And just as she was about to sit down, he kicked the chair from under her. Third grade. So, then that was a moment to sit and tell the story. And then talk about how we hurt. Well, I didn't mean no harm. Or sometimes boys and girls will say in the classroom, or adults will say, I'm sorry. Like that's supposed to cure everything. That doesn't cure things. And we first learn to control our loose lips and the talk. Then we will have a better world.